UK Minister for Overseas Territories Mark Simmons says he is keen to build on the work of his predecessor Henry Bellingham to strengthen the ties between the BVI and UK in the spirit of partnership. Addressing the media during his visit to the BVI on Tuesday, October 23rd, the UK Minister spoke about the new white paper diversifying the BVI's economic base and financial management. Mark Simmons said he is impressed with the progress made with the passing of the Financial Management Act.
I've had some extremely good discussions with the Premier and his ministers and others in my short time here in BVI. And I've been impressed by the progress that has been made in responsible and prudent financial management, in the fact that the Financial Management Act has been passed, and that the procurement processes are now in tune with international standards. And that is the sign of a very progressive and determined government.
The new UK Minister says the BVI government should continue its efforts to rebalance the finances of the BVI. He noted the investments made in the tourism industry. He wants to ensure the BVI remains a regulated offshore financial center and is discussing how the UK can help the BVI to diversify its economic base.
I've also had a meeting with the Financial Services Regulatory Authority and discussed some of the challenges there that exist and how the UK might be able to help and ensure that BVI maintains its place as a well-regulated offshore financial centre. And the Premier and his ministers and I have also been discussing how we might assist in diversifying the economic base of BVI to create additional jobs, create additional economic development and progress the economy over the next months and years ahead. And there are two other particular areas that we've been discussing. The first is renewable energy, whether there's more that the UK could do to assist with facilitating renewable energy, particularly solar power. And the second is agriculture, whether there's more that we could do to assist with diversifying the economy, both supporting financial services and supporting the all-important tourism sectors, but also perhaps where there's more we could do on the agricultural front as well. Not just exporting raw materials, but also perhaps creating investment here for added value products as well.
Responding to questions regarding the call by the opposition to renegotiate the protocol for effective financial management, Mark Simmons said this can be done sometime in the future, but not at this time. He added that steps taken in the protocols have made it easier to persuade UK businesses to invest in the BVI.
No, I don't see there's any necessity for it to be renegotiated at the moment. And I think that the protocols that are in place are right. And I want to reiterate what I said before, that I think the Premier and his team have made significant progress. And we want to see that progress continued. Now, if at some point in the future the Premier or his successor say, well, we've made such progress that we need to revisit the protocols at some point in the future, then that's something in the future that either myself or my successors can look at. But that's not something I think it is appropriate for today. Responsible, prudent governance and financial management is a prerequisite for inward investment coming into the BVI from the UK and elsewhere. And I think that the steps that the Premier has taken are very significant steps in that direction. And it will make it far easier for myself and others to persuade UK businesses to look seriously about investing in BVI. I am very keen to build on the work that my predecessor did to deepen and strengthen the ties between BVI and the UK in a spirit of partnership to the benefit of both people who live in BVI and people who live in the UK.
UK Minister maintains that mechanisms can also be put in place to assist the BVI through the new white paper where appropriate.